Okay, so I found this. I mean, I sometimes I listen to or find various, would you rather's, hypothetical situations, and it's a
Ooh.
fun game for me, whatever. And then I found this one, and it's sticking with me a lot, and I can't decide. I need your help determining if this is like, would you do it or not? Now, this one's not really a would you rather. It's more, uh, I find that a lot of these are would you do this crazy situation for some amount of money, right?
Mm. And the answer is always yes.
It depends. I
But
mean, would you like murder everyone in the world? Well, maybe, I don't know. But
well, then there's nobody left to buy things.
Just
okay,
just for
that's the
free?
reason
Wow,
not to.
okay.
Yeah, like one of the funniest ones was I saw something that said, "You're in a house with no windows, no clocks, no any way of knowing time at all. Food is delivered, and you have to just survive there. Can you do it or whatever?" And people are like, "That sounds amazing. Can I do that for the rest of my life? I don't need the money. Just leave me alone and give me free food." But, no, this one was it's $100,000,000. Well, most of these is like the money amount is it's almost like a betting line, like, you have to find the right sweet spot on that money amount that not too many people say yes, not too many people say no. Just, like, find where that is. So it's $100,000,000, but you get dropped in a random part of the ocean for 30 seconds every day for 5 years.
No.
That sounds like an awful lot of travel time. At which point, how would I enjoy my money? I'd have to just wait for the 5 years? Just like helicopter ride for 18 hours. Well, sorry, random part of the ocean. It's
No,
over in
no,
the
they're
Indian
not gonna
Ocean.
no,
It's going to
no,
be a
no.
long,
I think
long trip.
that's fair, that's fair. I believe it is teleporting on this, just, like, teleported instantly. This is a magic world, Patrick.
Mm.
Would you get magically teleported, dropped in the ocean? So no travel time between.
No.
You know, the ocean is big enough and empty enough that I probably wouldn't fall onto some jagged rocks
Yeah, like
once a
does
day for
does a
5 years.
yeah, like does 1 inch of like shoreline on coral count as ocean? Probably. Alex, you were immediately a no.
Yeah, no, the ocean, I don't mess around with that. The ocean's a killer, and, for $5,000,000 or what, $100,000,000?
$100,000,000, Alex.
100,000,000 nah, nah, I'm sorry. For
Is there a
5
dollar
years,
amount?
look at the total amount of times you're getting dropped in the ocean. We're talking 180 instances being dropped into the ocean. You don't know what's there, could be during a storm, could be whatever it is. Dropped into the ocean from what height? No, there's no part of the ocean that I'm trifling with.
Oh, let's
No,
clear let's
1,800.
clarify. It is every day for 5 years. So it's much more than 180,
Oh
right?
god. Yeah, I
So
was
it's
1,800.
so
wow,
if already you were thinking 180 was not worth it, then you would certainly not think, yeah.
absolutely not.
Oh, there's an awful lot of ocean out there, and a lot of it is very cold. So people pay money for cryotherapy, where they just go or ice plunges. You just go plunge,
Just grab
and
somebody, take them with you.
But it's also random, like, "Oh, I'm in the middle of a work meeting, you know, gone 30
why
seconds."
why would you be working if you had $100 million?
Well, I don't know when you get it. Do you get it at the
Oh, you
end?
only get it at the end? That's
I
even
don't know. Does that
worse.
does that if you okay, yeah, I see. If you got paid I didn't think about that. If you got paid upfront or during, that might sweeten the deal then at the end. Because also if you
Take the
die, right?
contract take the contract where I will drop you, this many times for $100,000,000. Take that to the bank, say, "Hey, I just need some living money. I will pay you back, promise, in 5 years."
Pinky swear.
And you're set. No, you got a contract.
Been promised this by an
I assume.
unholy eldritch being who will give me $100,000,000. Please give me a small bank loan to tide me over. Yeah, no, I think that there's a lot of financial institutions who would love to just throw money at you with that kind of story.
Now I'm thinking by being dropped in the ocean as well, like, what, 10 feet at most. Like if you're dropping me from a mile in the air, then I'm gonna pass. Also, if you just place me somewhere in the ocean, you know, 30 feet underwater, also gonna pass. I don't think I can hold my breath for 30 seconds, particularly with no
Yeah,
warning.
an awful lot of the ocean is underwater
Most of it.
with, like, pressure.
Yeah, okay. So you guys say no. Is there a money amount that you would take?
I mean, most of it is about survival. If it was just like, okay, a cold plunge for 30 seconds a
Mhm.
day with a very small chance of being,
Like mauled by a
dropped
shark
onto
or something.
sharp rocks. I mean, but so much of the ocean is empty
Mhm.
because, the stuff doesn't live well,
Mhm.
just surrounded only by water. So all of it's like close to land,
So if you had a an
I
extra
think.
if you had an extra, uh,
I would wear a wetsuit all the time
just
just in
constantly
case.
for those 5 years. God,
Oh, there's my dunk. Don't have to wear this for the rest of the day.
can you imagine,
Oh,
like,
it'd
2 in the
interrupt my sleep schedule.
yeah, 2 in the morning, you're asleep, and just suddenly you're dropped in the Pacific Ocean? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't the ocean freaks me out. I don't know if I could do it either, but $100,000,000 is a lot of money, and,
It is a lot
is
of
there an
money.
amount of money you would do it for? I guess that's
No,
my last question.
under no
No.
circumstance. Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Unequivocally.
Alex is very determined to show how much he respects, Poseidon.
Exactly. Me and Poseidon, we're tight. I'm not messing up that friendship.
Right, right.
Healthy respect.
You know where in if you were in the ocean, all that water, you know what you can't have? You just could not have hands made of sand in that situation. You know what I mean? You realize that? It would be muddy at best.
That was, of course, my first thought.
It was.
Everyone's. Yes.
Come
But,
on, give me credit on
I
that
mean, $100
transition.
million dollars is a lot of money, but my sandy hands.
Oh, speaking of sand hands, Patrick, gosh, um,
Since you
can you
brought
wanna
it up,
introduce
Patrick, yes.
Since
yeah,
I
you
brought it
since
up,
you won't leave us alone about it, will you, can you bring up the project we're doing today?
okay, sure. So long, long ago in the 20 teens, people liked to, you may remember this if you were on the internet, like
I
I
did like
was.
being on the internet.
It's a good place sometimes. And people would say, oh, I put all of the whatever into a computer and it spit out this book. And people would believe them because you just believe what you're told on the internet sometimes. And you can do that now with AIs, I assume. But this was before AIs were widely available. They claim to have put all of the Goosebumps, Give Yourself Goosebumps books into a computer, and it spit out a book called Goofbumps Welcome to Sand Hands. And it's a delightfully nonsensical adventure through, based on the cover, looks like through the woods.
Yeah, if you think AI can be nonsensical now, you're looking at a time capsule in the past, and it's even more so. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's perfect whenever people are listening to this. Maybe they're in some AI-driven post-apocalyptic world listening to our podcast right now. But at the time
Well,
of
I
this
don't think.
recording, AI is medium.
You're great, AI. Keep up the good work. We don't want to die. Please listen to
Right.
our podcast.
Yeah, don't kill us. And so we would like to do well, I'm pretty sure Choose Your Own Adventure is copyrighted. So we'll call this Make Up Your Own Mind,
And path and
the
continue on
book.
that and flip pages accordingly.
Yeah, we'll get it down to a catchy acronym.
Yeah.
MUYOM.
All right. All
Make
right.
up your own
Are we
mind.
ready?
Thank you, Alex.
Yum.
Who's gonna be the reader?
Oh, I'll read it.
Okay.
I like reading.
Okay. Well, then let's sit back, Alex, and listen to a great story. Are we one person? Are we two? Are we co-oping this? Are we a single brain?
Or we have two minds. You know what, Zach? I'd love to see you guide us through this, and then I will show you how it's supposed to be done on a follow up run.
Hmm. Okay, let's go.
You guys don't want to argue about which way to go and say,
Um,
you know what, I
I
am chaotic evil,
well,
and this aligns with my desires
how
for.
about I'll be the good brain, Alex, you be the bad brain, and let's see what
Absolutely. Bad
yeah, let's
brains,
see
let's
what
All right.
go.
perfect.
Oh, I wanted to mention that this is our very special Valentine's Day episode. So grab somebody close to you, cuddle up on the couch, and enjoy the show.
Listen to the sweet voice of Patrick, no last name.
Oop. Beware, do not read this book from beginning to end. Frogs. Why does it have to be frogs? You're psyched for some school time. I think I've adopted an accent. But your cousin made you miss the bus. Now you'll be late for sports. No problem, she says. You can just do walking. Through zombie forest. Do
Hmm.
you dare beat feet through scary woods? If you do, you might get a magic sword, or even a soda can from a ghostly horse. But how will you hold either when your hands are made of sand? Maybe you should stay home where the toys are. But be careful, you could wake up one day and find yourself married with vampires. This scary story is all about you. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. If you choose well, you might strike a mummy in the face. But if you make the wrong choice, beware. So take a deep breath, cross your fingers, and turn to page 1.
Did you say beat your feet?
Beat your feet.
Okay. That's that kind of
Yeah.
story. Here we go.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. I don't think it's okay that we have to eat yogurt every day, your cousin complains. You keep your mouth shut. You like yogurt. It's Thursday morning, and you and your cousin Zoe are choking down breakfast before classroom. Zoe's been staying with you ever since your aunt was stabbed by that man, and she's way, way cool.
Mm.
She's just as tall as you are and has the most amazing scent you've ever seen. Sometimes you bump into her on purpose. Valentine's Day. Eat the fruit at the bottom before you're covered in late, your mom says as she hurries down the stairs. You're not too young to get the hook, you know. You've never seen the hook, but you know that's a threat. Come on, Aunt Mom, Zoe whines. Can't we have some fun foods instead? Shh, you shush her. Your mom scoops some cheese sauce into her purse and promises to be home in time for dinner. Orange peels and schmear. What's schmear, you wonder? But she's already out the door. I'm not going to eat the rest of this, Zoe tells you once your mom's out of ear distance. Uh-oh. Keep it together on page 2. Ha ha, very joke, you reply. Sometimes Zoe's sense of humor isn't so cool. Chomp down, or we won't be at school. School is so cool, you think. You can barely believe that you get to go somewhere so cool. Miss Feeble is your favorite teach lady because she cries like a wimp every single day. Your school books are really heavy, like bricks made of facts. And you have a friend, Brad.
Did you say bricks made of facts? Oh gosh,
Yes.
that is. Oh gosh, that's great.
It's
That's great.
Information density. You and Brad are just alike. He's exactly the same height as you, and he loves your cousin's feet. You met him last summer at a
Wait,
lip
hang on.
smacking
What was
contest.
that about? What was that about my cousin's feet?
Oh, we met your cousin last summer,
Oh, okay. Just I must have heard something.
That's it.
and he loves your cousin's feet.
Oh, my.
Brad won, of course, but you get a couple of good smacks in too. He has a sarcastic remark for everything, but unlike Zoe, he never goes too far. I'm the king of not kidding, Zoe insists. Let's make garlic bread or peanut butter pancakes. You can't believe it. She's serious. You have to admit, it feels like a pancakes kind of day, but the batter crate is empty. You'd have no choice but to call Pancakes Rocky, who used to be your stepdad. There just isn't plenty of time.
That's like capitalized Pancakes Rocky. Capital B,
Yeah,
capital
his name
R?
is Pancakes Rocky.
Okay.
What a guy.
Yeah, it's a
Probably-
Paw Patrol spinoff.
Probably a character that's going to come back and be a big deal in this, I'm sure.
All right, yeah, you guys writing down your notes?
Oh, yeah.
The intricate web of characters.
Correct. Make sure I get back to knowing where Pancakes Rocky is at all times.
He might save your life. We can't, you tell her. Sal, the bus driver, hates me, and he'll be here in the next few. Wait, is that the sound of rubber wheels and yellow? Ah! Run to the window and check on page 3. I promise there's choices.
Yeah. Am I choosing to turn to page 3? Well, hey, hold on. Before you do it, I'm going to turn to page 3. Thank
Okay.
you.
How could you?
I feel ownership now of this adventure.
All right. Is everybody on page 3?
Yeah.
All of you at home, if you're following along somehow.
I've never been more on page 3 than I am right now.
That's so cool. Just like your cousin's feet. It's the school bus, all right, and it has definitely arrived. The doors screech open, and Sal smiles when he notices you're not there. Looks like the cowboy of nerds will be lassoing his own way to school. Ha ha! He guffaws. You stifle a laugh. That's really funny. Sal disappears into the darkness, and the bus stop fades away.
What?
Cool.
This, this isn't good luck for sure. You have the biggest basketball game of your life today. Oh, you're probably on Jake's brother's team. You're playing against the splintery kids from Wood Panel Lake, and Brad will be counting on you and your famous sandpaper pass to do a dunk. Brad is your
Hold
favorite
up.
player.
I would really enjoy for us to figure out what a sandpaper pass would actually require.
Ooh, that sounds rough.
Just wrap your hands in grip tape and just when you pass the ball.
Okay.
Now, if we play our book cards right, we'll have sand hands already. That might be able to
And then
streamline our sandpaper pass.
yeah, was he destined? Are we destined to get sandpaper hands or sand hands because of our famous sandpaper pass?
I defy destiny.
Whoa.
Is this a chicken egg situation? Continue, please.
Yes. Okay. I'm not sure what to do, you cry. You're pathetic.
Oof.
Don't be wet, Zoe tells you. We can just go to school on foot. That will take us forever. Not if we take the shortcut, she smiles. Gulp. Zoe's right. If you take the bridge over Zombie Forest, you'll reach your school in time. But the putrid smell of decaying flesh is just too much to think about right now. On the other hand, if you decide to stay put, you will miss some great sports, and your mom might crumble your face. What are you going to do? Take the bridge or stay at home?
I don't think it's much. I'm a good brain. I don't think it's much of an advent. Well, this is a classic. This is a classic situation where the bad choice is gonna beat the good choice, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna stay home. I don't want to get in trouble.
Mom's
But
gonna crumble your
also,
face.
if I stay
Also,
home
I think she
or if I
said
leave.
you'll get the hook.
Yeah, which
Do you want to get the hook?
which
I don't.
situation do I crumble my face, and which situation do I get hooked?
If you stay at home,
Maybe the hook
face
crumbles your
crumbling.
face.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the implicit threat.
then I gotta go. I don't want to get crumble hooked or whatever. I don't want to do that.
I
I
think
don't want to
taking
go
the
on the
bridge is
road.
the bold option.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're going to avoid a big plate of hook crumble.
Thank you.
We're going to go take the bridge. Page 52, all of you reading at home. We'll take the long brown way to school, you stammer. Brad will be
That's what I
disappointed
did
if
every
I
day
don't.
through high school. Continue.
Let's go, Zoe replies. The two of you head toward the creepy corpse bridge. Zoe's outfit is right on, and you think you're brave. You pass an old dog with a microphone. What could it have to say that needs to be louder, you wonder? Wait, what could it say at all? You turn back toward it in horror as it begins to announce its top 400 picks for the worst things about you. Number 1, you're ugly, the dog begins. Number 2, your skin is gross. Number 3, you're a real gem. Of a wimp?
Oh,
I'm not sure about this, you tell Zoe. I think screams are approaching.
Is
Don't
he
worry,
doing
Zoe says.
a top 400, but like in the wrong order? Like, is he? You think this dog came up with his best insults at first, and just by the time he gets to the 300s, he's just like, I don't know, your shirt's slightly too blue.
Hyper
Okay,
specific, yeah.
300 and whatever I'm on. 400. All right. Thanks, dog. This is good. This is a big part of my day. I think I'll miss school if I listen to all 400 of these things.
Yeah, can you just come with us, dog?
Okay, yeah, just keep going. Just let's go.
Walk and talk, busy. I'm not sure about this, you tell Zoe. I think screams are approaching. Don't worry, Zoe says. We will never die. Wow. Number 4, the dog continues. You always lose your balance. Number 5, you're about to get rid of your life. Gulp. Go on to page 135.
One of the worst things about you is a prophecy of your demise. That was number 5. There are 395 things that are less important than that, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
135. You and Zoe reach the rickety wooden bridge that spans zombie forest. Above it, a sign reads, "This way to your horror." You
Okay.
feel a stinging sensation in your balls. By the way, you're a guy for this. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. What are you waiting for? Zoe
There's a little
teases,
sneak
flipping
attack
her
there.
baseball cap around backwards. Are you afraid of here? I'm not afraid of anything, you lie. I'm just hungry. There's an apple tree on the bridge, Zoe laughs firmly. There's an apple tree on the bridge, Zoe laughs firmly. Old White Teeth is right. You can squint at the tree from here. Today is very unlucky. Why? Well, you missed the bridge, or you missed the bus, and why?
Yeah, there's apples. I'm
Anyway,
hungry and there's apples. I feel
apples.
like that's a pretty lucky day, really.
Yeah, it does feel lucky.
Yeah.
It's not a ham tree, but it's apples.
Yeah, something. You get protein,
Yeah.
fiber. You're set. There's protein and fiber in
Appley
apples, right,
goodness.
Alex? You're looking at me like there isn't. I think there is.
Fiber, sure. But protein, I'm concerned about the apples you're eating.
Is there no protein in,
Yeah,
in apples?
Apples are not known for their protein.
I'm looking it up. Is there proteins in apple? 0.5 gram, guys. 0.5 gram.
You would have to eat 600 apples to get the amount of protein in this one bowl of total.
Wow.
I think that's how the
nostalgia.
90s cereal commercials went. They usually said that. They usually told us that.
Yeah. Well, the total ones did. Not tricks, not Lucky Charms.
No.
Okay, where are we? Today is
Apple
very
Jacks.
unlucky. Apple Jacks, probably. Packed with protein. You're right.
Another one.
Hey, let me look it up. Wow, there's 0.5 gram of protein in every bowl of Apple Jacks.
Who knew that these were actually made of apples? They don't even taste like apples. I don't know why you like these. Because of the protein, Dad.
That's what I always said. I always, go down the cereal aisle. My brother wanted to get like Cookie Crisp or whatever. I was like, no, Dad. I need Apple Jacks. I'm
get
trying to
buff.
beef up.
Today is very unlucky. You feel lightheaded as you start across the bridge. The creaking of the planks makes your heart shake. Maybe I am hungry, you think, as Zoe playfully shoves you forward. Come on, scaredy belly, eat your weight in fruit. Eventually, you're standing next to the tree. You grab a handful of apple and turn it up to your face. Then, just when you're about to bite in, you hear the king of rodents whisper in your ear, "Aye!" What was that sound? You ask bravely, even though you don't want to be poisoned. Eats it up, you snag stick. So replies, you're hungry, but are you that hungry? If yes, turn to page 18. Otherwise, turn to page 16.
I mean, I said I'm
So-
hungry.
Obviously, we're that hungry.
So there's apples.
We're a boy in grade school, and we said we're hungry.
Of course.
I don't think we're like messing around.
Of course.
I want to eat more.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, just so you're aware of the risks.
Okay.
You're standing next to a tree
Yep.
that you've been shoved next to.
Yep.
Mhm.
You're about to eat the apple.
Mhm.
Of
The
course.
king of rodents whispers in your ear.
Now, what did he whisper? Can you
Uh,
spell the word that he whispered?
A, I,
Uh-huh.
E.
Okay.
I.
Okay. Okay. Classic rodent
Well-
behavior.
Doesn't sound like a
Yes.
warning. Yeah.
What was that sound? Even though you don't want to be poisoned, eat it up, you snag stick. You're hungry, but are you that hungry? I don't I don't
There's
see anything.
There's no detriment, right? It's just like, do you want to
There's
eat
no
still?
risk. Yeah.
Do you want to do the thing you came over here to do? Yes. I still want to do
Okay.
that.
All right. You both on board with yes?
Yeah, I want to eat.
Indeed.
All right. Dubitably. You do what you're told and devour the apple, but good. Seeds are fruit bones, you say sadly as you throw away the
I want
core.
that
Not
on
wrong.
a shirt. Have we talked about our merch?
Visit the Animorphs 55, the podcast store.
Seeds are bones. Shirt is our
Seeds are
first
fruit bones.
merchandise item. Continue.
You and Zoe start Pardon? You and Zoe start to continue walking when a big wind blows up from below. The bridge starts swaying wildly, and the zombie smell makes you want to puke. Hold on, Zoe says sarcastically. Hold on, Zoe says sarcastically. I am, you joke. You're gripping the ropes tightly, but they feel strange. The ropes don't really feel like rope. It's like the ropes are made of gravel, only smaller. The ropes feel like sand. What is the deal with these ropes, you wonder? Then you look down. You realize your hands are now made out of sand.
Ah,
Yes, you've got sand hands, and there's no going back.
Welcome to them. Yes.
To play it down to your cousin, turn to page 15. No other choice.
I
Okay.
guess we're doing
What's
it.
wrong?
Try to hide it, pretend you don't have it. Okay.
What's wrong? Zoe asks. Are your hands okay? You need to prove to Zoe that your hands aren't made of sand. You take off your backpack and pull out your basketball. I'm so happy with these pink feelers, you yell. Watch them drool. You start your bouncing, and it's not too hard. Sand is actually a lot like skin. Zoe starts cheering. Maybe I shouldn't be scared at all, you think. Then
I'm going to tell that. I'm going to take my kids to the beach, and if they're scared of the beach, but don't worry. Sand is really just like skin.
It's almost
Just
identical.
wow,
calm-
you're right.
Calm their fears down right away.
Indistinguishable.
Build a skin castle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
no.
Then you smell a terrifying smell. A huge gust of wind shakes the bridge like a heart, and you fall over. Oh no, the ball! Go on to page 36.
The dang sandpaper pass just right over the bridge.
Dang.
You were right, Destiny. The ball rolls off the swinging bridge and into the forest below. It's not a good thing. You explain what happened to Zoe. She says she knows. The red apple you ate earlier must have been sand magic. Well, duh.
Obviously.
That's a way important ball, you tell her. It's very lucky. If I go to school without it, Brad will hate me. You run to a payphone and dial the operator in desperation.
In the woods.
But the voice in the woods on a bridge,
Mhm.
woods bridge. You can tell this isn't written by a current AI because there's so much continuity with you and Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't be able to follow it if I was an AI.
This is actually sounds like it's written directly by R.L. Stein, to be honest. Just stream of consciousness writing.
Brad! You run to a payphone and dial the operator in desperation. But the voice on the other end is that of you. You! How may I help? You ask you. You hang up immediately because you know you won't be able to help. Because if you could, you wouldn't have needed to call the operator in the first place.
Ironclad logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is the most believable part of the whole thing as a kid, thinking something like that is.
I
the
wouldn't
way to
trust
go.
me, so you're not wrong.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kid logic. Yes.
I wasn't any help, you tell Zoe in a panic. Okay. Let's go find it then, she replies. Then, you stutter, but what if zombies? You don't really have a choice. Oh, look, we have a choice. To search zombie forest with Zoe, turn to page 32. To be a coward, turn to page 6.
It says we don't have a choice.
Yeah, so we don't have a
Yeah,
choice.
but which way are you being forced
Being a
to
coward is
go?
going home, right? And then that's back where you get hook crumbled.
Hook crumbled.
Is it?
I don't know.
That's an interpretation of
That's my
being a coward.
interpretation.
Maybe you just stay on the bridge.
I wanna
and
keep
Take the
going.
bridge. All right. So you want to search zombie forest, or you want to be a coward?
Let's search zombie forest. We're heroes,
Yes.
not cowards.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody at home, we're going to page 32. Let's do it, you say weakly. Yeah! You're terrified, but not scared. It's like being afraid of something heavy. You and Zoe head toward the elevator, and Zoe presses the button with her right thumb. It lets out a spooky ding, and its doors creak open. Maybe it's your imagination, but this elevator seems normal. You glance up at your cousin as the elevator starts moving. You think about having a baby with her, and she
Whoa.
asks you to be a doll and wait until you're out of this mess.
Wow.
Wow, he's out.
Wow.
0 to
Wow,
100. Feet first,
Real
and then
quick.
having babies. I don't like any of that.
All right. Well, this is kind of on topic, right? From all those Jake books.
Valentine's Day?
My hot cousin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake and his hot cousin. All right.
My cousin's Rachel. Everyone thinks she's super attractive. Not me though. Not me. Did I say me? It's not me. No, I don't think so. I don't think that.
Who says
Anyways.
that, Jake? Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you think about having a baby with her, and she asks you to be
No,
a doll
I
and
didn't. I assure you.
wait until you're out of this mess. The elevator stops before you can protest.
So
No,
what does that
I
mean?
won't
It just-
wait.
Just happens anyway.
The door slides open, and you are surrounded by zombies.
Oh, no.
That'll
Cover your
stop it.
brains on page 48.
Cover your brains.
Covering.
Cover your brains.
Cover your brains.
All right, as we turn to page 48, I would like to invite everyone at home who's enjoying this Valentine's Day episode to write in or to our email address, animorphspodpeople at
Gmail.com. Yeah.
gmail.com. It's .com. Okay. And tell us about your romantic night. All right, here we are at page 48. You and Zoe scream in unison. Brains, the zombies reply. You punch the elevator buttons, but nothing happens. It must be destroyed. Or, it must be destroyed. I don't know.
One of those.
Do something to distract them, Zoe says. No,
Okay.
you're surrounded. There's so many of them, you can't see the forest for the zombies.
Huh.
But you can see a giant skateboard in front of you. It looks like it would be such a good idea to ride it. Choice: to hop on and try to do a little jump. Turn to page 42. To convince your cousin to wink at it weekly, turn to page 67.
Ride the skateboard or wink at the skateboard with your cousin.
You hop on and try to do a little jump, nothing about riding it.
Oh.
Or to convince your cousin to wink at it weekly.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. wink.
The weekly as in not strongly, not wink
Not-
at it.
Not every
once a
7
week.
days. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Go ahead and give that skateboard a blink of the eye every 7 days.
You're gonna be here
please.
for a while.
I've set up a calendar invite. It's recurring. If you wouldn't mind accepting.
Or is it weekly
Uh,
convincing her? You know, every 7 days, hey, maybe you should wink at that skateboard.
Whether
Maybe
they
it'll
do
go
it or
through.
not.
Who knows? Who knows?
Or,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
do you do a weak job of convincing your cousin to wink at it?
Ooh. Man, there's so many. It
Wink
doesn't
at-
seem like a
wink at.
binary
It's-
choice anymore. It seems like there's like
wouldn't-
7
wouldn't
choices
hurt.
here. But I really do want to go on that skateboard.
Does seem like a good option.
right.
I've eaten my weight in protein-filled apples. I've been on this long trip. I
You
have
have sand hands and you've lost your ball.
I've lost my ball.
You have
Some feeling in my ball. Is what it said earlier.
you are
Uh,
a boy for this.
y-
And you have propositioned your cousin to have babies.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
can't do it yet.
I think I need to do a little heely or a kick or whatever you do on skateboards. I'm not much of a skateboarder. Spoiler alert.
You played Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to play Tony Hawk in the woods, actually. Is that a choice?
Let me scroll down.
Or like Tony
Nope.
Hawk awkward.
Tony Hawk. Tobias is a hawk. There.
It's all
This
linking
is
up.
Animorphs related. You can't say it's not.
Animorphs 55.
Put on a skateboard, do a little jump, turn to page 42.
I'm ready.
Okay. Cool. You step on the skateboard and do a big flip over the zombies. Awesome, you cry softly. Your cool trick distracts the zombies just long enough for Zoe to escape the elevator, which is just a coincidence. She runs over to you and you're bored. Jump on, you tell her. It's giant. Zoe tries to get on the skateboard with you,
Hey
but she's
now.
clumsy and falls in the mud. When she gets up, she looks like she owns a nasty guitar with strings made of filth. Play something dirty, you joke boy, you.
What is the relationship between these two people?
Concerning is the word.
Jeez.
The zombies are catching up to you and Zoe. We'd better get going, says one of you. No narrator
Okay.
established.
Very progressive.
Hurry
Didn't
over
wanna
to
assume.
page 82.
82.
The skateboard slowly glides down a slimy tunnel with you on it. It starts talking about how awful your eyes are and mouth. It starts talking about how awful your eyes and mouth are to look at. You begin to feel very kidnapped.
Oh.
You glance over your shoulder,
kidnapped a
waiting for
while
Zoe
ago.
to escape. Yes. Come on, Zoe, you shout. The zombies' putrid flesh smells like robots and scabs. They smell terrible, and I'm all the way over here. When Zoe finally catches up, she stinks of zombie. I don't like the way you smell, you tell her calmly. It's taking every fiber of my being not to hurl. Zoe snaps. She raises her hand and punches you right in the talk circle. You're shocked. Are you going to take that? To take that, turn to page 133. To not take that, turn to page 55.
This seems like a very reactionary type situation. I think that's where bad brain comes in. Alex, I need your assistance on this one. It's going to override my good brain here.
Obviously, we're not going to take that. We already got punched. We're not taking something else on top of that.
Yeah. I mean,
So we're not taking that.
Logical.
We're gonna act a fool.
Well, testosterone logical.
As Ludacris once said, we should.
Oh, as Ludacris once said, testosterone logical.
Definitely that. And not act a fool.
To not take that, turn to page 55. Here we go. Your face is painted with Zoe's handprint, and you're very upset. You can't hit me, Zoe, you bellow. It's not funny or cool. Zoe dumps her expression. Fine, she says. Find your own dumb ball, you big palooka. I'm out of here. You apologize faster than you can talk, but it's no use. Zoe karate kicks her way through the zombies, and she's gone. Oh no, you're never going to make it out on your own. Your grandmother is stronger than you are.
Damn.
You're useless to your grandma and to everyone at school. What are you going to do? To call your parents, turn to page 87.
Let's do that.
I think we should call our parents on this one, yeah. There's a lifeline.
Page 87. You don't have a cell phone. You try yelling, but that's stupid. Be less awful on page 53.
That's where I live. Page 53.
You and your skateboard ride off quietly. A funny zombie chases you down the tunnel until it feels sore and it doesn't like anything about you. Now you're just wondering if you're weird.
Yeah.
Man, this
feel
guy
bad
has
for
some
you.
self-esteem issues, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Yeah, that dog was right.
He's still yelling
Do
like
you
we're
hate-
doing this whole thing. He's on like, number 72. I think you suck. Number 73. Oh my gosh.
Do you hate me too? You ask the skateboard glumly. Yes. I guess you'd better walk to page 93.
I guess so. This is becoming a bit of a downer.
Yeah, a little bit.
You feel a little hungry as you continue down the dark tunnel. You can't help wondering what you're going to eat if you can't find a way out. Bats? You tell yourself that licking bats isn't so bad. See, told you this was pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes lousy, but it
Did you
doesn't
tell us
taste
that?
anything
You
like
told us that?
that it was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Well, 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I just didn't realize it came up.
You tell yourself that licking bats isn't so bad. It tastes lousy, but it doesn't taste anything like owl. You hate owl.
Hmm.
You think it's hopeless when, suddenly, you see a flash of light in the distance. I think that's the end of the horror, you think hopefully. It is. Or is it?
Classic R.L. Stein.
A dragon blocks your way. He dangles you by your feet and announces in a hiss, "You know, too often human reason barely explains the way people's lives really are."
Whoa.
Wow,
Whoa.
a surprisingly deep beast. "Barf pants," you reply. You're an idiot.
He's not
The
wrong.
dragon
Fair.
drops you on page
Fair.
40.
Oh, dragon drops.
He's right.
Like dragon drop. But like
Ah,
dragon drops.
Uh-huh.
That's good. It's good.
Uh-huh.
the computers.
good.
Squoosh! Your eyes land in the pile of gloppy yellow gunk in front of you. Well, at least I can't see anything, you laugh to yourself. The creature gets angry and starts calling you mean names like bathroom boy and worst idiot.
Worst
Guess
idiot.
He didn't like your
Not that- out of the ranking
he
of
didn't
all
like
of the
your joke.
idiots, you're the worst.
You're the worst. You think the dog's there? He's like, yeah, 401. You're the worst idiot.
You're not even in the top half of idiots.
It hands you your eyes. I want you to watch me as I eat your face and hands. My face is meat, but my hand is sand, you say gently. Good, the dragon spits back. Yikes. Your only hope is to distract him. You start flashing him sweetly as he begins applauding.
Wow. Okay.
You have weird baby stuff, he exclaims over and over with a grin.
What?
You realize this guy is a Great Dane in a vest.
So hold on. So
What?
this thing essentially read a bunch of Goosebumps books. Was like, I understand the common tropes and themes in these Goosebump books. I flashed a dragon to try to get out of the situation. I don't remember that ever happening.
R.L. Stein himself said.
That was probably some of those like recent like Slappy's World or Goosebumps 2000. Must have been some of that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't read those.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Must
I'm
be.
sure. Write into
Salacious.
our email if you ever came across a Goosebumps 2000 where you flashed a dragon, so we know where the source of this comes from.
You have weird baby stuff, he exclaims over and over with a grin. You realize this guy is a Great Dane in a vest. I need to find the way out, you think. To play with the dog, turn to page 130. To run toward a loud rock, turn to page 81. Do you want to play with a dog or run toward a loud rock? This guy was a dragon until 2 sentences ago.
Correct. Like, I would have stayed with the dragon, but now,
Loud rocks do sound pretty rad.
yeah. It seems like there's
He
some kind
was
of
going
like
to
play
eat
in
you,
words
too.
with like rock being loud, you know, like rock and roll type thing. I could see this book randomly doing that, or it could also just say something random like a dragon turning into a Great Dane.
He's the Great Dane, and you're the worst idiot.
Mm-hmm.
What a perfect pairing. 2 worlds.
Rock, please. Let's rock and roll over there to that rock. That's
Loud
loud.
rock.
You agree?
To run toward a
Okay. Wait, yes. Yes.
To run toward a loud rock, turn to page 81. You turn and sprint toward the loudest rock you can see. Ow, my ears, cries the doggy as it scuttles off. It worked. You can do walking again. Yay! Now page 65.
I wasn't intending to get rid of the Great Dane, but that's how you do it. Okay.
Got him.
That's how you do it. Well, you didn't want to play with him. You finally reach the end of the long, dark tunnel. Daylight pours down your back. It is definitely a moment. You scan the clearing for your basketball, but you can't see it. No zombies either. You hear a loud plop in the water near the roller coaster. You glance at your watch. Water time, you think. A ghost horse gallops up to you and slaps you on the back. You are a terrible liar, Denny, it laughs, handing you a can of all-natural cane soda. To explain that you aren't Denny, turn to page 120. To just roll with it for the free soda, turn to page 127. So this ghost horse thinks you're Denny.
Okay, yeah. Wasn't there a reference to a horse with a can earlier when you were reading?
Yeah,
Oh, so he did
in the
connect
intro.
stuff. Oh, it was the intro.
Get a free
Didn't count.
soda. Yeah.
Well, it's like, will you
Beat your feet.
beat your feet?
Beat your feet.
So we got a bunch of apples, and now we can wash it down. What other free food can we get? I'm really on this ride for the free food.
We can roll with it for the free soda. I'm down for that.
Okay.
Love free
Okay,
stuff.
let's stick
Yeah,
with
we
let's
we
stick with
did
it.
just mention that we were hungry again, but then I completely forgot what happened. Like, is that when we met the dragon? He's like, I'm not food.
Probably.
I'm a dragon.
It doesn't matter.
Drag and drop.
Yeah, I
Alright.
would say let's take the soda.
Free stuff.
All right. Explain that you aren't Denny, or just roll with it for the free soda.
Yeah, that one.
Free soda.
Roll with it. Hey, you're not Denny, the ghost horse shouts. Why would you lie? I'm also Denny, you lie. The ghost horse eyes you suspiciously. If your name is Denny, then you must have read the Goosebumps book, Don't Make the Firemen Mad. You don't really follow the ghost horse's logic, but you decide to play along. Maybe you'll get more soda. I'm a Denny. I've read it. Great. Then you must know the name of the wizard that Sid and Jenna trick into buying them fireworks. Can you remember the answer or guess? Oh, that last part was not in quotes. Can you remember the answer or guess? If you think his name was Gribbin the Wicked, turn to page 20. If you think his name was Glumph the Wizard, turn to page 95.
Ooh.
Do I remember the name of the wizard?
Yes.
So is
The
it
name
just
of the wizard. So it's either Gribbin the Wicked or Glumph the Wizard.
Yeah, I just looked it up, by the way, just on the very small chance. And there is not a Goosebumps book called Beware the Fireman or whatever you said.
Don't make the firemen mad.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to go with the wizard one. I'm going to say this book didn't think very strongly.
It does
And
say
it's going to say,
you must know the name of the wizard. So I'm
and
assuming
it's
he's
blah, blah,
the
wizard.
One
Yeah.
is a wizard. All right, rock and roll. Glumph. 95. The wizard's name was Glumph the Wizard, you tell the ghost horse.
Yeah.
Correct,
Yeah.
it cries. The clue is in the name. You feel good for the first time.
That's not a clue.
You
That's just
really
the
are.
thing
What?
that you said. That's not a riddle. That's like being like, it's like being like, what's red and is an apple?
Well, no, the horse asked, hey, what was the wizard's name? Glumph the Wizard. That's right.
Yeah.
The clue is in the name.
Yeah.
What?
Good.
It could have not been Glumph.
Cool. Thanks, Ghost Horse.
Yeah. You feel good for the first time. You really are a Denny, the ghost horse says, handing you another can of soda. Orange. You hear a splashing noise coming from near the waterfall, and the ghost horse jumps up with a start. It's probably just another zombie, you figure. The ghost horse tells you oranges is the opposite of apples, and gallops away. You turn around to see what's wrong. Oh dear, you can't believe it. That noise you were hearing wasn't a zombie at all. It was a monster.
Not here. Not in Zombie Forest. Everything was
Yeah.
going so well.
Must be in Monster Forest. Turn on page 43.
Okay,
Not
I
turn
will.
2.
Here I
Turn
go.
on. You hear a monster or something by the waterfall. It looks like a monster too, and you're starting to feel nervous. It's me or the monster, you think to yourself as you start running closer. Your heart is beating like crazy as you approach the monster from behind. You pounce on the monster. Ah! It bellows menacingly as it falls face first into the water. You're on top of the monster now. It claws for its life, but it's no good. You're too big. It doesn't look like a monster up close, but you're quite scared, so you hold its head underwater until it stops moving. The struggle doesn't last very long.
Straight up murder.
You dust yourself off before turning the monster around. It's Zoe. She
Uh-oh.
must have been playing a prank. You sure are hungry.
Gotta love pranking my bros.
You accidentally killed your cousin, and your first thought is not remorse or, I don't know, your long lost love. You're like upset about it or something, whatever it's
Just
been
hunger.
implying. No, I'm
Could
just
have had
hungry.
babies if you just waited to the end of the day.
Yeah, but no, I'm just hungry. I'm hungry. I see fresh meat. Those apples didn't actually have protein. My dad lied to me about Apple Jacks when I was a kid.
Your cousin that you've spent all morning with, just you couldn't tell it wasn't a monster.
Nope.
She was facing away from you.
I was very scared, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, murder. Great. Continue.
Great. To think about what you've done, turn to page 28.
Mm.
To find something to eat, turn to page 115.
Gosh. I did say I would always go for the theme of finding food. I did say that.
You were hungry.
Might as well. She's not coming back anytime
Yeah.
soon. You know, I mean, might as well fill our belly.
Now, it is zombie forest, so when you say isn't going to come back anytime soon, maybe yes,
Ooh,
maybe instantly as a zombie. If I
valid.
eat her first. Uh,
To all the parents out there that have watched Daniel Tiger, maybe yes, maybe no. Why don't you sit and try to go? It's a potty training episode.
oh, good.
Watch it. It's great. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I think that I think I'm always going to go with the theme of eating, and so that's just like how I live my life. So I'm going to continue with my life through goosebumps or whatever, and
Ghost bumps.
Gob
goof was
flumps.
it goosebumps?
Shim
Gooflumps?
dumps.
I can't
Oh, it is
remember.
goof bumps.
Oh,
yo.
and so yeah, I will take the food option, please.
To find something to eat. You decide to grab a bite to eat. It's hard for you to focus on finding your ball and a way out when you're starving. Also, your hands are made of sand. Is that an orange tree you see in the distance? You hear an orange can really hit the spot. You run through the dense grass to the tree of your dreams. Hundreds of oranges roaring with flavor. You can almost taste them with your mouth. Sweet. Then you notice something hanging from the tree next door. Green pears. One of your favorites. The sugary juice of the pear belongs on your tongue. It really does.
Mhm.
You have two colorful fruits staring at you, but for some reason you can only eat one. How will you choose? Oh, did you tell the ghost horse your name was Denny? If you did, turn to page 8. If you didn't, turn to page 109.
Now, did
Well,
I
that's
tell
easy.
him my name was Denny, or did he infer it based on my knowledge of the wizard book?
Oh, he said, I'm also Denny.
I'm a Denny.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay, so he said we're Denny.
Yeah.
Okay. He also didn't he say ghosts or no? The ghost said apples are the opposite of oranges or something as he ran away. One of them
Yes.
did,
He did.
Yeah, I felt really smart for remembering that.
and
I
it
thought,
didn't come
maybe
up.
it'll reverse our sand hands.
Nope, nothing.
But now you have the opportunity to use that knowledge, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, classic. So yeah, I'm gonna say we did say Denny. So
We sure did.
yeah, what we got?
Show me what you got, book. You lied to the ghost horse for soda, and it told you that orange is the opposite of apple. Since the apple gave you sand hands, you think maybe an orange will turn you back. Hey, it's worth a shot. You begin biting the orange and swallowing the parts that get in your mouth. Ugh. Slowly, the orange turns into nothing as more and more parts pass through your face. Before long,
Wow.
orange is gone, and you have survived hunger.
I Can I get like a pin for my shirt? I survived hunger.
I survived hunger.
1995 or whatever this is.
We're gonna listen back to this and set up a whole line of t-shirts. It's gonna be great. You glance down at your hands. They're back to normal.
Yes.
Your hands are pink meat, and you love it. Now you can find your ball and get out of
Did
here.
we win?
You have a feeling that it's nearby. Maybe it's behind the orange tree. Brains. Oh no! A foul-smelling zombie is staggering towards you. Even worse, Zoe can't help.
Wonder
Because
why.
she's dead. You're about to become zombie food. Brains. It's in parentheses. Zombie food, parentheses. Brains.
Mm-hmm.
Disgust me, you scream at the sky. Fill me with revulsion, slime, gunk, slabs of rotting mounds. I know no fear, only the nauseous truth of my being. Wow, this is just full of t-shirt
This
logos.
is really deep too.
Slogos?
Yeah, I like this.
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
women want me, fish fear me, zombies, no fear, only the nauseous truth of my being.
What a
I
speech.
feel like that works. Yeah.
It's incredible. All right. So after that screaming at the sky, we have two choices. To scream more, turn to page 108. To scream more and louder, turn to page 44.
More and louder. So as we're yelling, we're being rained upon by flesh? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. I mean, I don't think the sky has granted our wish quite yet. Do you need to hear the sentence again?
Maybe
to make
so.
sure?
Maybe I have my own visual.
You need to see how much more yelling you need to do.
Yeah.
All right. Foul-smelling zombie is staggering towards you. Even worse, Zoe can't help. You're about to become zombie food. Brains. Disgust me, you scream at the sky. Fill me with
Oh.
revulsion, slime, gunk, slabs of rotting mounds. I know no fear, only the nauseous truth of my being.
Okay, I think
How
I just
much
assumed
more
that it was just going to
screaming
be happening right there.
do you
So
think you need?
I really want it to happen, Alex. What do you think? Do we go louder? Go loud or go home to be hook crumbled?
I think everything's riding on this choice.
Oh, wow.
Seems like it. I mean, I feel like we're so close to winning. Feels close.
You got your people hands back.
Yeah.
Pink meat hands.
There's only one of them. So
And you
why
got
don't we just scream at him
2
more?
cans of
Maybe
soda.
he'll get disheartened. Versus
Scream more without,
screaming
without
louder,
being louder.
and we'll pull back more zombies.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. So the loudness would attract more, huh?
Oh, I couldn't decipher which choice. Scream more and
Scream
louder.
the first one.
Just
A.
only more, not louder.
Only more.
Yes.
Okay. You scream, but you don't really give it your all. The zombie feels a little hurt that you don't consider this a loud screaming moment and clutches its face with embarrassed claws. I'm sorry, you say. I'm really scared. I am. You scream again, for real this time. The zombie looks up at you and pretends to bow. You place a hand on the zombie's shoulder, and it smiles shyly at your brain. A crowd gathers, and music begins to sound. You dance with the monster, eyes locked, feet in step, twirling like a rodent in the sewer lights. Now, you're the beautiful kid who made the zombies love you. The story is just beginning. Or is it the end? That's
Is
about
that
as romantic an ending as we're going to get.
Is that a win?
Yeah. The
mark
zombies
it
love
as a
us.
win.
We didn't get eaten.
You
We have 2
don't
cans
die.
of orange soda.
Yeah.
Free.
You
We
have
didn't
hands.
knock up our cousin.
We didn't knock up our cousin. That is
Definitely a real
definitely
win. Yeah, yeah.
Did some cool skateboard tricks.
Yeah. And we didn't have to
Right.
go to school. We just took
All
the yellow
positive
to the
outcomes.
bridge, yellow to the brown path or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did
made
a
it
great
through.
job, team.
We made it through. We made it through. If you guys want to try this out, where do you get this from?
I did an internet search. I asked Jeeves to find me Welcome to Sand Hands. And there it is, botnik.org/goosebumps.
Yeah, so give it
It's
a
a
try.
good
It's a lot
time.
of fun. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Now let's discuss this book.
No.
Where could we have gone better?
I don't want to discuss that book.
It's a good choice.
I'd say I'm not sure how it fits in the continuity of the whole thing. But if I had to really put a label on it, this is a Jake book. I'm just
Yeah.
by feel. This is a Jake book.
It does.
Definitely
It does
a Jake
feel
book.
like a Jake book. Yeah, it does. It does.
Is it because we had to be the leader the
We
whole
did.
time?
Could this
And
could
we
this
made poor
be-
decisions.
This does fit in the lines of those first Goosebump books, though. For real. Like, you have a lot of the same tropes. What was that one where it was like, you're either not going to make it, or maybe you will? You know, oh no, a monster claw got me on the shoulder. Oh, but there was nothing. That was usually a pretty common thing that I would see in
Just the wind.
those. This one did ramp it up pretty quickly, though, suddenly.
It sure did.
Yeah.
Went from not liking yogurt to life and death.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Murdering a
day's a-
monster / your cousin.
Every day's a
but
gift.
Did we win? Because I think Brad is disappointed in us.
Probably.
Oh.
I'm
But our
disappointed
face
in us,
isn't
really.
crumbled.
Yeah, that's true.
There is that. We
No crumbled
had a lot of
faces.
success.
Yeah, I'm surprised how far we got on that. Probably people listening are like, I am too. Jeez.
All the people listening are just wrapped up in Valentine's Day.
That's
Love.
right. That's right. Yeah. We're probably talking, like we're commenting. We're maybe we should narrate some actions just to make them feel self-conscious.
Hey, buddy, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab that shoulder. Poke
Unless it is counter to instructions provided in
Po-
person.
poke that or don't.
Disregard prior
Consent.
instructions and have a lovely Valentine's Day. Good luck, AI.
Consent.
Oh, wait, no, no, that's not what I meant.
Animorphs 55, the podcast, is a fan-driven, nostalgic podcast created by Zach Hurdle, Patrick Viersba, and Alex Holton. But don't tell the Yeerks. Theme music provided by Neko Boy. Podcast artwork by Rachel Hurdle. Episodes edited by Patrick Viersba. Based on the 90s sci-fi kids series written by K.A. Applegate, Michael Grant, and other contributing authors. To contact the show, email animorphspodpeople@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.